what does it mean to build a world? What does it mean to be a person that can build a world? How do you arm yourself? How do you shelter yourself? How do you prepare yourself to build one? I think in this time of age, it has fronted us a lot of different emergencies on why we need to bring a world into existence, why it's important that if you're a person that is capable enough to do so, you should do so. Like, you should handle that kind of business. I'm jumping off top, but to me, personally, I can only speak from experience. From my experience, it has showed me that, like, when you build a world, you also build variants of it. But not only variants of it, you have recognized what you don't like in the world that you already live in. You recognize what you don't accept. And I think the most important thing about doing that is giving yourself a chance to breathe your kingdom, your people, your mission, your soul mission. And what do you really care about? Like
it's a place where focus isn't hard. That's what I started to look at it as, like,
it's fire. It's fire.
because building your world becomes a safe space. It becomes a space where you can decompress. It becomes a space where you can be vulnerable, where you can share, and it allows you to express the people that you want in that same space. And it's like, even if people aren't in that space, it's something that you're not anxious or nervous or fearing to do. Like, that's your everyday, that's your life, that's your personality, that's your expression.
Take it away. I ain't gonna lie, take it away. Take it away. I'm big on the vulnerability though. I've been hearing that term so much this year.
Yeah, it's definitely, and that's the real reason why I'm using it, because I'm seeing where it works. Also, it's also a space to take risks. But like, building your own world, to me, just feels like being unapologetic. It's not, you don't have to worry about what's outside. Like, all your interests are allowed to be free. It's definitely a freeing feeling, and it's less worry. I don't ever think too hard about building my own world. It only becomes harder to think about when you think about connecting worlds.
What do you think is the disconnect? Like, what do you feel like is the hardest thing? I would say, all right, this is a better question. What hurts when you connect worlds? Or like, what is like the friction?
Just a lack of transparency and understanding, mostly. Like, yeah, that's serious. Always listening.
Man.
But mostly on the fact of just like, I feel like everyone has likable traits about them. Most people, they say they don't like people or don't want to work with people because they don't like how they do things. But it's like, it all comes from being misguided or misunderstood. Everyone is human. So I think everyone has the ability to be liked. You just kind of gotta see where they're coming from, in a sense. Like, in the business world, in the legit world, you're gonna have to work with people and shake hands with people that you don't like, or don't like how they do things, or don't like how they even say things.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they don't know how to make money. That doesn't mean they don't know how to introduce you to new people. Those are just two necessities when it comes to growing. But does that make them completely unlikable?
Actually.
I enjoy working with people that aren't willing to agree with me just from saying something, like coming up with an idea. I don't want it to be agreed with. I want to see the flaws in it so I can actually perfect it and tweak it and make it functional and efficient.
I would definitely give it to that. Crazy how you bring it to like the business aspect of it, because that's definitely a reason why. That's a major component on why I think people should build their worlds in general, to be able to incorporate and install systems for their business.
Because when you can define your world, you can express it. And when someone asks you what is it that you do, even if you aren't the most legit, even if you aren't making money from it, you can tell them this is what I'm working on, this is what I'm doing in present day, and they can either they can help you or they can't. If you can't be used, you're useless. So they know the trajectory once you're able to articulate your world, because it's yours.
I would definitely agree. And you can definitely determine, or you can move with a lot of discernment when it comes to You definitely in your world. I've been watching like these. Well, I recently watched Aragon, which is definitely a dragon movie. But I'm stuck on the capsulating or just like the cinema, the way like movies depict worlds and different archetypes of worlds and what's the important. And I mean, you could find whether you talking about dragons, whether you're talking about criminals, whether you're talking about love. Like, I think the common factor about them is simply like something is lost in them. Like something ain't there no more, or something has been taken. Something needs to be regained.
When it comes to having a world, does it start with hierarchy? Cause you saying the dragons, and that's more like the ancient hierarchy, like because they've been around for so long, and then it goes to the nobility, then it goes to the citizenship. So it's like, is that the start of a world, or like what? How do you begin to define what your world is?
Yeah. I would say definitely like you have to start with the kind of people you want to deal with. Like, you don't want to have knights or kingsmen, knights protecting a president, because I would say, although those traditions are very similar to what the security guard would be as far as into like what a for a president would be, I think their philosophy is a lot differently.
It's different. It's honor.
It's honor. So what kind of philosophy are you willing to base your world off of is a lot.
That's the thing about a knight and a security guard, because I don't mean to intersect there, but like, when it comes to a security guard, a lot of people, it's their job, it's their qualification, and they're doing it. I mean, it's the contract.
Fact.
But when it comes to a knight, it's honorary, it's merit, it's my calling. Like, I aspire to be this knight. Yes, I have to protect this king, but I'm a knight. Like, I don't think people don't look at the perspective of a knight. Like, they're still an egotistical type of person, because they're striving to be the knight, like that person that's always like just unstoppable. It's not just about, I'm just here to do my job and protect this person, because those aren't people you want protecting you. You want people that are in their own right choosing this because this is what they're meant to do.
I would say definitely in the moment, I would say in the era of kings and queens, like the moment that your knight is slain, you're vulnerable.
Exactly.
The moment you lose your right hand man, like you lose basically. Like, but in a tradition of presidential and presidency, you have 1,000,001 security guards. They come
replaceable. Exactly.
Replaceable. And knights, as you said, your head knight dresses different from the rest of the knights. Like, you know the man that you're going to send into war. You know the man guarding your troops or leading your troops into war. So when it comes to like your world, like I think you definitely should start with, first of all, who you choosing to be, then who you want protecting you. Like, most importantly, like in the scariest way, like, but who you want protecting you?
Because that's your daily environment. Who do you sleep down the hall from? Like, that is a real question. Like, that you have to understand before you lay your head.
Facts. Who protects your wife? Who protects your children? Like, you need guys that's willing to, like, literally do that for you. Like, not even have to. You don't have to tell them. They sitting there. They disciplining your children like you would discipline your children. Like, those type of guys that helps you build a world. But also, then it comes to the woman. Like, like that kind of archetypes is very, very philosophical and also very conceptually, like, I would say, misunderstood. Because, like, a lot of empires or kings and queens don't live long because, for one, those knights or those maidens served a different king. So they don't even know the kind of king that you want to be, nor do they respect it. Like, they come from a different era of world. So I would definitely focus and pay attention to the type of person, for one, you want to be, the person you want protecting you, and then all the way down to your crops and your food, like, and what's producing the production around your kingdom in your world.